Welcome to this training provided by the Maine Department of Education Child Nutrition Programs. This training provides an overview of the National School Lunch Program's After-School Snack Program. The After-School Snack Program is operated through the U.S. Department of Agriculture's, or USDA, National School Lunch Program. Schools must participate in the National School Lunch Program in order to participate in the After-School Snack Program. The After-School Snack Program provides snacks to school-age students enrolled in organized enrichment activities sponsored by the school once the school day has ended. Again, after-school programs that are eligible must be operated by a school that also participates in the National School Lunch Program. The after-school program must be open to all students, meaning there are no tryouts, exclusivity, or participant selection to be part of the aftercare program. It also must provide regular enrichment activities in a supervised environment and only operate on school days after the school day has ended. Program requirements for the after-school snack program. Snacks must be eaten on site, so students are not allowed to leave and take the snack with them. Snacks are offered as a unit, meaning two different components are offered as a reimbursable snack, and the student must take both items. Only one snack per day can be claimed for each student, and this is an actual count of snacks taken by students, not an attendance count of students at the program. The snacks must be counted at the point of service. This is the point when the student receives a complete snack. That is the point when it is allowed to be counted for reimbursement. And of course, the snack must comply with the meal pattern requirements. Program responsibilities for staff who work for the aftercare program include being responsible for distributing the snack to students, overseeing the process, and taking an accurate count of complete reimbursable meals as they are served. Program staff are responsible for maintaining food safety standards and following any instructions that are set by the school food authority. Lastly, they must submit required paperwork to the SFA, which includes meal counts and any leftover snacks being sent back to the kitchen. Appropriate training is required for after-school staff to make sure they are aware of their responsibilities. They need proper training on how to identify a reimbursable snack, recording snack counts, how to handle leftover snacks, and food safety. They also need training on what the procedures are for picking up and returning leftover snacks, as well as submitting documentation to the school food authority. And as for anyone working with school nutrition programs, the civil rights training is required annually. And as with the National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program, production records are a requirement for the After-School Snack Program as well. So production records are the proof. They're the documentation that the meal pattern was met. And they must include the name of the site where the snack was prepared, document the components that were offered, including the serving size, the number of servings that were produced, the number of servings that were actually served to students, and then the number of servings that were left over. And the leftover servings should match the number of food items returned to the kitchen. Site monitoring or site reviews are required for the after-school snack program. At least 2 on-site program reviews must be done for each site each school year. The first one must be completed within the first 4 weeks of operation, and then the second on-site monitoring review needs to take place another time during the school year. The purpose of these reviews is for the school nutrition program to assess compliance with meal pattern and counting and claiming requirements. So basically making sure that after school care staff are implementing the after-school snack program as they should. There is a review form available on our website specifically for the after-school snack program. Sites may qualify to serve and claim free after-school snacks only if the site is considered area eligible or site eligible. This means for after-school snacks that you have at least 50% of enrolled students that qualify for free and reduced meal benefits, or the site is in an attendance area where at least 50% of the students are qualified for free and reduced meal benefits. For a site that is not area or site eligible, snacks must be counted and claimed by free, reduced, and paid, or by using the claiming percentages if the site operates a special provision such as CEP or Special Provision 2. The information about the site eligibility is on the site information sheet in CNP Web next to the After School Snack Program section. For sites that are not site or area eligible, you must have the documentation of student meal benefits, and snacks, again, are claimed and reimbursed based on either the claiming percentage for a special provision site or based on each student's eligibility status of free, reduced, and paid. There have been updates to the after-school snack program meal pattern starting July 1st, 2025. And there are now 5 food components instead of 4 because fruits and vegetables are now separate components. For a reimbursable snack, 2 different components in the serving sizes shown must be offered and a student must take both components. So for the meal pattern, fluid milk, the minimum serving size is 8 fluid ounces. For meat alternate, the minimum serving size is 1 ounce equivalent. For grains, the minimum serving size is also 1 ounce equivalent. And for vegetables and for fruits, the minimum serving size of those 2 components is 3/4 of a cup. There were a number of updates to the meal pattern requirements effective July 1st, 2025. 80% of the weekly grains offered must be whole grain rich. Juice cannot exceed half of the fruit or vegetable offering, and grain-based desserts are not allowed. Keep in mind this does not include graham crackers or animal crackers. Also, students attending the after-school program need access to plain, potable water. This includes access to a water fountain or a pitcher of water, not providing bottled water. That would not be an allowable expense to the program. Also keep in mind that water is not a meal component. The other meal pattern requirement is that a liquid snack is not allowed. That just means that you cannot offer juice and milk as a complete snack. Also, grain-based desserts are not allowed in the after-school snack program. Examples of grain-based desserts include granola bars, donuts, cake, toaster pastries, sweet rolls, and cookies. To determine if an item is a grain-based dessert, you'll want to use Exhibit A or the Food Buying Guide. So again, starting July 1st, 2025, there are product-specific limits on added sugar for breakfast cereals, yogurt, and flavored milk. Breakfast cereals may have no more than 6 grams of added sugar per dry ounce. Yogurt may have no more than 12 grams of added sugar per 6 ounces, or 2 grams of added sugar per ounce. And finally, flavored milk may have no more than 10 grams of added sugar per 8 fluid ounces. Here are some sample after-school snack menu ideas. Keep in mind, these are simple. These items do not take much preparation time, and the labor and food cost is very appropriate for the reimbursement rate of the after-school snack program. Let's take a quick quiz. How many components must be served in their required serving size for a snack to be considered reimbursable? Would it be 2, 3, 4, or 5? If you said 2, you are correct. At least 2 components in their minimum required amounts must be served and selected by the student for a snack to be claimed for reimbursement. How about this? Do you think this is a reimbursable snack? We have a 1 ounce equivalent animal crackers and a half cup of applesauce. And if you said no, you are correct. And that's because the minimum serving size for the fruit component is 3/4 cup. So this snack does not offer the full component of fruit. And how about this? Is this a reimbursable snack? Again, we have the 1 ounce equivalent of animal crackers and 1 cup of milk. And if you said yes, you are correct. This snack offers 2 different meal components in the correct serving sizes. School sponsors can elect to enroll and participate in the after-school snack program on their site info sheet in CNP Web. They would select participating from the drop-down, either participating less than 50% or greater than 50% based on the indicator. The example on the slide here, this site is less than 50%, meaning they are not area eligible and all snacks are not eligible for the free reimbursement rate. You would then complete the rest of the information in this section about your after-school snack program. This concludes our training on the National School Lunch Program's After-School Snack Program. If you have any questions, please contact our office at child.nutrition@maine.gov or 207-624-6842.